That fella told me he'd help. There's a bounty on her, $10,000.
You work for me, 3 ways on the bounty. I say what, I say when. You ever shoot a man?
No, I'm a Christian.
God knows how many this cutthroat has.
3 against now.
2 against. You're a Christian.
Now for you, Peter, this has been called your passion project, playing Reginald Jones. So I'm just curious how you came about the character, and how does it feel now being on the other end, having it to play him in this film?
Yeah, I mean, the older I get, I want them all to be passion projects. You know, it has to get me out the door. You need a little passion behind every project. But no, I mean, it takes a while to, I mean, every movie that we see, there's a long history behind each one of them, fraught with all sorts of drama and getting it to the screen. And COVID hit this one hard and blocked us for a couple of years there. But I read Joe Lansdale's book, The Thicket, and it was so cinematic. And when we found Chris Kelly, our person who adapted it, he made it wholly his own and sort of separate from the book. Because sometimes if you're too faithful in adaptation, let's mix it up a bit. And now we're making a movie. And one of the greatest revelations we had was changing Cutthroat, who in the book is a man, into a woman, because we felt that just it really opened up the whole thing and added such an important layer to not only the character, but her relationship to Lulu, who she kidnaps.
It's so interesting to me, the voice and the physicality of Cutthroat Bill. Just wondering how you came about that. I love all the choices that you made, but why that voice? Why the way that she moves? And just give us a little insight on that.
Peter came to me, and the director, Elliott Lester, came to me with this brilliant idea to make Cutthroat female, because she's from the book, was a male. And so it flips it all on its head. And so I had to play somebody that you would, one, think is male, who was destroyed from all these scars. And so the first thing was the voice, and it just came to me, and I started practicing once I read the script. The voice came to me. I don't know. I always say it's from fairies. No, channeling. But there was so much prep that went into it. But mainly I want to make people believe that I'm this villain and terrifying and male and a combination of many things.
I didn't know what it was going to be like until I met Peter. And when I met him, he was just like a fun, cool, regular guy. I'm like, oh, cool, we can do work. And it's not about anything else but, trying to get through this scene and then this scene and the arc of our storyline together. And we would just spitball, what about this? And I had the same with all of them. We all did it. So to be able to do it with Peter, who I spent the majority of my time with, it was really, I felt fortunate.
Riding around in the snow on horses with a pistol, it's just, you can't really draw up more fun. And it was amazing. It's I've always wanted to be in a Western, and getting to do this was just so special, because I think there's just something about being someone so different in different time and place that is just, it makes it feel more like play than acting. And that's just the most fun that you can really picture.
Elliott and I actually spent a good amount of our earlier weeks prepping for the film and talking about Jimmy Sue, talking about her look. And then, in collaborating with Anne, choosing the color and her showing, all of us a sketch of what she had in mind and why things were important and to have in that time that we don't use anymore, and certain things you wouldn't have. And it's just, it makes it so much easier to step into a character that's outside of your time, when you can see yourself wearing something, you've never worn before. It's playing pretend. And also really loved, one of our my earlier conversations with Elliott was that Jimmy Sue wears her hair naturally at some point. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I don't think we've gotten to see in the genre of Westerns before. And so there's so many things that I think I really, really enjoyed being able to put into character from the look outside in.
Everything was completely authentic. Mm-hmm. And, it's one thing when you have a gun or a holster and it's been designed. It's another thing where you actually really feel the heft of it. There was nothing false in any of his work. I thought he did an absolutely fantastic job. And it's the details that we wouldn't necessarily notice, but it actually helps the actors so much because they feel the weight of what they've got on them. Yeah, he was fantastic.
I'm just wondering if you guys like black licorice at all.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. I spit mine out in the end of that scene because literally I hate it.
Who likes it?
There's people who do. I don't know who they are. But.
Personally, I hate it. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Gnarly.
The littlest man I ever seen.
You're the ugliest.